Yes, guys, everything bite-sized here. I saw this thread on Reddit asking who's the dumbest person you've ever met. The top comment I read the first sentence or two of, and I thought it would be funny, so I've decided to hit record. Okay, so give me 1 second, let me take a breath. Alright, let's read this out. It goes, it's not uncommon as a teacher to have students who are a bit behind the curve in certain aspects, but 99.99% of the time they are keen on something. They might not understand how to identify a noun or what a theme is, but they somehow know how to make a mean plate of nachos. Yeah man, that's a good skill. You learn pretty quick not to judge a fish for their tree climbing abilities, you know? I like that analogy, that is very good. You learn pretty quick to not judge fish for their tree climbing abilities, you know? That's really good. Anyway, I thought this was the rule when I was teaching until I met Kevin. Kevin isn't his real name, but it doesn't matter because he can't spell it anyway. Kevin was a student of mine during my last year teaching. He came to my classroom with very little to show. Oh my god, my glasses. He came to my classroom with very little to show for his academic past. He had moved a few times and thus was missing a lot of typical test scores that we used to try and ballpark their ability. Don't worry, it was a ballpark. We didn't make major decisions until we actually had a chance to talk and work with a student for a bit. I thought, that's fine, I'll just do some one-on-one with Kevin and see what's up. One-on-one with Kevin was like conversing with someone who'd forgotten everything in a freak, if not impossible, amnesia incident. There was no evidence that he had learned anything past the 2nd grade, and now he was in 9th grade. Flabbergasted, I love that word, cool, moist, critical. Flabbergasted, I figured we needed to get more serious with this. If he was going to be in my class, I needed to know why and how. I decided to meet with him, his guidance counsellor, his parents, and another teacher to see what was really going on. This is where it all became clear. It was by some incredible fluke that his family hadn't been wiped off the face of the earth years ago. Odds are his entire heritage was based on blind luck and some type of sick divine intervention that saves his family every time a threat presents itself. Kevin was the genetic pinnacle of this null achievement. Even my instructional lead, a woman who could find a redeeming trait in a bullrog. I'm guessing he means just like a woman who sees the best in people. Failed to see any reason this kid or his family should be alive today. Oh man. Okay, so here's a list of events that made it abundantly clear that God exists and he's laughing uncontrollably. Alright, so 1 second, let me have a bit of a drink because my mouth's getting dry. And let me have a bit of a vape, which will probably make my mouth dry again. Before we dig into this list of why Kevin is such a special person. Bit more of a drink. Okay. You ready, guys? I don't even know if I'm ready. Alright, so here's a list of events that made it abundantly clear that God exists and he's laughing uncontrollably. Kevin frequently forgot where his class was. On more than one occasion I had to retrieve him from other classrooms. Kevin ate an entire 24 pack of crayons, puked, and then did it again the next day. This is 9th grade, I have no idea where he got crayons. Kevin's dad wrote tuition checks and mailed them to me, his English teacher. This was a public school. When I gave it back to Kevin, voided, to give to his dad with a brief note explaining that this is a public school, Kevin got in trouble for trying to spend it at 7-Eleven after school. Kevin was removed from the culinary arts program after leaving a cutting board on the gas stove and starting a fire twice. Kevin threw his lunch at the school resource officer and tried to run away. He ran into a door and insisted it wasn't him. Kevin stole my phone during class. I called it, it rang. He denied it was ringing. Not that it wasn't his, not that he did it, no. He denied that the phone was actually ringing. He tried it 3 times before the end of the year. Oh man, that reminds me of some kid who stole my Pokedex. Like I had a real in-life Pokedex, yeah. And this was in the 90s at school, in primary school. And this kid who sounds a lot like Kevin stole my Pokedex, yeah. I was fuming. I go to the teacher doesn't do anything about it because obviously this is a special kid we're talking about. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that because either crying or raging. Anyway, I'm traumatized by that. Anyway, back to Kevin. Alright, let me have another vape. I need something after like reliving that traumatic experience of losing my in real life Pokedex. Right. So, Kevin called the basketball coach a motherfucking bitch during gym. That's just too much. Like, that's too much swearing. There's something wrong with that sentence. You don't call someone a motherfucking bitch. You call them a motherfucker or a fucking bitch. Like, motherfucking bitch. That's a bit much. Anyway, Kevin called the basketball coach a motherfucking bitch during gym. Basketball tryouts were that afternoon. Kevin tried out. It didn't go well. I didn't imagine Kevin as very athletic, but so far by the post anyway. But Kevin's mum could never even remember which school he went to. She missed several meetings because she drove to other schools, none of which he ever went to. Kevin tased himself in the neck before a football game. Oh man, I want to believe that he thought it would give him more energy for the football game. I really do. But anyway, let's carry on. Kevin kept a bottle of orange Kool-Aid in his backpack for about 4 months. He thought it would turn into alcohol. He drank it during homeroom and threw up. Oh, Kevin says the M-word a lot. Kevin was white. The high school was 84% black. Kevin got beat up a lot. Oh man, Kevin stole another student's iPhone and tried to sell it back. See, this is like the Pokedex, this is like the Pokedex incident again. I'm gonna need another vape. Oh my gosh, this is traumatizing me. This post. This is traumatic, man. Funny and traumatic. Anyway. Kevin didn't understand that his grade was dependent on tests, quizzes, homework, classwork, and participation. Kevin finished his first semester with a 3% average. I don't know what that means as I'm British, but it sounds bad. He tried to bribe me with $11. Kevin spit on a girl and said, "You should get out. You should get out of those wet clothes." Kevin spit on a girl and said, "You should get out of those wet clothes." The girl was the Spanish student teacher. Kevin didn't know dogs and cats were different animals. Kevin tried to download porn onto a computer in the library at the circulation desk while he was logged on. I got in trouble for looking at porn in school in the library before. Oh no. I wasn't fapping, don't worry, but I did. I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, I was watching porn at school. Anyway. Kevin asked the girl to prom. He was in 9th grade and freshmen don't go to prom, by asking for a phone number and then texting her his address. Smooth. Kevin got gum in his hair constantly. Kevin regularly tried to cheat on his assignments by knocking the pile over, grabbing one before I'd picked them all up, and then writing his name on wherever there was fruit. Kevin had several allergies, but neither his parents nor he could remember what they were. They were very concerned that the holiday party, parentheses, is high school, we don't have those, would have peanuts. When they finally got a doctor's note, he was allergic to amoxicillin. Kevin and his parents took a trip to Nassau, Nassau. How the fuck did they even get airline tickets and forgot all their luggage at home? I didn't believe him when he told me until I talked to his mum, who told me first thing when I saw her at the bi-weekly meeting. Kevin's father apparently died in a chainsaw accident. I can only assume God was looking the other way that day. Oh man. I'd see, look, the first reply says, "I'm torn between this cannot be real and you can't make this shit up." That's like where I'm sitting. Like, it sounds so unbelievable, but it's almost too mad to be made up. Like, it's like the truth is stranger than fiction. Anyway, like, subscribe to my channel for more like this. Check out my shorts, check out my music videos. This has been Everything Bite Sized. Peace.